watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran, filling in for Thasmin Mahfouz. We're going to talk about the forecast, especially with tomorrow. Some folks might be headed out, and it looks yucky out.
It really does. Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb here. Really just a yucky, nasty day tomorrow for anyone hitting the roads or skies.
Yeah, we have issued a DMV first warn day to try to prepare you for tomorrow. All day, it's a complete washout across all of the DMV. We have a few concerns with advisories that are currently in place and wind concerns as well. First, let's talk about this winter weather advisory that we are seeing across west of I-81, Kaiser Cumberland into the Mountain State region. It's going to start at 4 a.m. Tomorrow morning and last until 1 p.m. So it's kind of short-lived, but the problem area with Grant Garrett County and Kaiser and Cumberland is freezing rain. It is back into the forecast along with snow and a little bit of sleet. Temperatures are going to be below 32 degrees, and so it's going to allow for that wintry precip to impact that area for a few hours tomorrow morning before the warm-up is in store, along with this area of low pressure that's currently spinning out towards areas of the deep south. The winds are going to start to pick up, and that's why high wind warning is in place out towards those mountainous areas. It does not involve DC. Our concern about DC and surrounding counties like Montgomery, Fairfax, Loudoun, all the way into Prince George's County is the heavier bulk of rain that is going to impact your area late tomorrow evening. The timing, 7 p.m. through midnight, and so it's torrential to moderate rain that we're watching. Temperature profiles right now still fairly on the mild side, 43 for DC, but then you have Winchester, Culpeper are near the freezing mark, and so that's going to allow that precip to change over pretty rapidly. We are lucky we are not seeing a severe weather outbreak like the deep south, but this rain and this storm system is going to wreak havoc on a lot of the major hubs or across areas of the continental U.S., first impacting Memphis into the Louisville area. So here's your travel forecast. I know many people hitting the road tomorrow morning or afternoon. It's a no-go across I-95 corridor. I would hold off if you can until really Wednesday morning into the afternoon as this storm system kind of scoots out of the area. If you're hitting the airways, possible delays for tomorrow morning into your afternoon. Futurecast shows us exact timing. We'll time that out coming up.
All right, Janessa, let's talk more about that rain coming tomorrow. It will likely mean a messy drive for families headed out early for Thanksgiving. AAA says that roughly 1.3 million people in the D.C. area will be traveling 50 or more miles this holiday weekend. Our Daniel Hamburg joins us live in Southwest overlooking 395. This is a highway usually packed during rush hour, and it could be really congested stretch depending on when you're headed out. So, Daniel, how's it looking at this point?
Well, Susan, traffic is flowing tonight, as you can see right behind me. The number one thing that you need to make sure you do is leave extra time for wherever you're going this week. Typically, Tuesday and Wednesday are the busiest days for air travel. Wednesday, typically the highest volume of travel on the road. Thanksgiving may not be until Thursday, but the travel has already begun. For some, that means visitors flying here, including James Moran's parents.
It was important to them to avoid the hectic days, so they flew in today and they're going to stay until next Wednesday.
And for almost 1.3 million people in our area, they'll be hitting the roads. Regina Cooper Ali with AAA says drivers should be thankful for gas prices this year.
They have been trending downward for the last few weeks and are about 30 cents less than they were this time last year.
I'm hoping they're going to go down more.
If you're planning to head to your destination Tuesday, be aware of potentially heavy rain.
Not only will the roads possibly be impacted, congestion may obviously be worsened, but we can also sometimes see delays in air travel as well.
Ali says AAA is expecting to help 350,000 stranded drivers nationwide.
You want to check things like your belts, your hoses, your fluids, your tires particularly, and your batteries.
No matter what mode of transportation you take.
It's going to be heavy traffic, so everybody want to enjoy your family, try to get that safely, and I hope y'all have a blessed and happy Thanksgiving.
And so if you want to do as Janessa just said and avoid all of that rain tomorrow, Wednesday, again, the busiest day for drivers on the road. The times you want to leave either before 11 a.m. on Wednesday, or if you're planning to travel on Thanksgiving on Thursday, your best bet is either before 10 a.m. or after 5 p.m. We're live in Southwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, we are all plotting and planning now, Daniel. Thank you. Let's take a look at the skies at this point. Who could forget those airline horror stories from last holiday season? Transportation leaders say that the odds of being stranded at the airport this year, though, are much lower. According to the FAA, there are dozens of new, faster flight routes. Plus, the agency is actually allowing planes to fly in restricted airspace this year just to prevent any delays.
This year we are seeing more people flying than ever with fewer cancellations than we have seen in years, and we're investing to make sure it stays that way long term.
So the Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg, there is also touting new traveler protections, saying the 10 largest U.S. airlines will now guarantee hotels, meals, and free rebooking when airline issues cause those delays or flight cancellations. Developing now in Northwest D.C., several fires under investigation tonight, including one that burned 2 floors of a business on Wisconsin Ave at Grant Road.
Yeah, our Mariel Carbone live on the scene right now, where crews just wrapped up a short time ago. And Mariel, certainly a very busy day today for D.C. firefighters.
Yeah, it really has been, because fire officials, they were out here at this fire here, but we know that there have been at least 3 others in the area that they were also working on today. I want to give you a look at some of the damage here. This is the back of that 2-story building. In this, there is a nail and waxing salon as well as a smoke shop, and this is where that fire happened. I talked to one of the owners of one of the businesses in here. He tells me that the fire started in some trash cans. Fire officials are saying a dumpster. If you look here, you can see that this trash can is all charred, burned up. That's how it is in the whole back of this building. The owners tell me they're just in shock that this happened. They say that there is a camera in the back of this. They're hoping to look at that later to see what started this fire, what, or possibly who. But because this fire knocked out the power in the building tonight, they aren't able to take a look at that footage. But they are hoping to learn more. Right now, we just heard them boarding up the back of the building. We can still hear some of the water from fire crews putting out the fire. And just making sure that this is secure and safe as they wait for investigators and their insurance to tell them what to do next. So again, we know that there have been multiple fires in this area. Fire officials say they are investigating the cause of all of those fires. They'll be investigating that. And just one more thing to note, if you have to come through this area, specifically on this side street, Grant, there is still a lot of glass in the roadway out here. So you'll want to be careful if you're driving through, if you're walking in front of the business. There is a lot of glass out there, so certainly be careful if you have to come out to this area. That is it from now at this scene. I'll send it back to you guys in studio. Reporting live in Northwest D.C., I'm Mariel Carbone, DC News Now.
Mariel, thank you. All right, now to that big story. We're following Prince George's County. 2 children hit and killed by a van while walking to Riverdale Elementary School this morning. Sources tell DC News Now the children are 5 and 10 years old. Police have not released their names. The parents we spoke with say they were siblings and had just started going to Riverdale a few weeks ago. The crash happened around 8 this morning at Riverdale and Taylor Roads. Parents tell us they didn't see a crossing guard at that intersection, an ongoing problem they say might have made a difference today.
There's been times when there have been like close calls. It shouldn't be that hard to get a crossing guard or somebody to stand in the street telling people where to.
Yeah, our Jan Marisa spoke to school leaders tonight, and they say this tragedy speaks to a growing need for safer roads and more crossing guards.
Tonight, a community is coming together to leave behind flowers, candles, cards in honor of the 2 Riverdale Elementary School students that lost their lives this morning. Now, parents and school leaders I spoke with said this sheds light on a bigger issue, road safety, especially near schools.
It was a ball of emotions, like, let me check on my children. How are they? Like, why is death pedestrian death plaguing Prince George's County right now.
The death of 2 Riverdale Elementary School students hit and killed while walking to school shook the entire community Monday morning. Sources say the victims were 5 and 10 years old.
My heart goes out to the families of both of the children who tragically lost their lives, and all of the students and the teachers and the staff members.
It also sheds light on a bigger issue Board of Education member Jocelyn Rout has been advocating for: safe passage.
I'm thinking about this as a teaching opportunity to really save our community and educate our community on strategies that we all should know but need to be reminded about.
According to the Maryland Department of Transportation, last year Prince George's County led the state in pedestrian-related crashes at 425. According to Prince George's County Police Department, 30 pedestrians died last year. And so far this year, 19 people have lost their lives.
We all need to come together and really look at what safe passage looks like in Prince George's County and really come up with a comprehensive plan. What are the things that we can immediately do to change? Is it lighting? Is it sidewalks? Is it crossing guards? Are there stop signs? Are they lighted?
Yes, so recently the County Council passed the Walkable Urban Streets Act, and that aims to design safer roads for pedestrians and drivers in new development areas. For now, reporting in Riverdale Park, Maryland, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
Yeah, that is just heartbreaking there. Meanwhile, this is one of 2 serious crashes we've been following today involving kids. Coming up at 9:30, our Max Marcilla has new details in a DUI crash, according to the police, that sent 6 teenagers to the hospital in Merrifield, Virginia. And former College Park Mayor Patrick Woyan has been sentenced to 30 years in prison. This after he pleaded guilty to 140 charges of possessing and distributing child pornography. When police searched Woyan's home back in March, they say they recovered several devices containing the materials in a password-protected folder. Woyan became College Park mayor in 2015 and abruptly resigned the night before his arrest. Prosecutors say Woyan could be eligible for parole after 7.5 years.
9:12 now, and another D.C. business is closing up shop. This time in Chinatown. We're talking about Bar Deco. It first opened back in 2015.
Yeah, but this weekend the owners abruptly closed. It is the latest in a string of bars and restaurants in the district calling it quits. Our Mara Carbone has more.
For those who live, work, and play in Chinatown, the neighborhood has some distinct characteristics.
I love the sense of community. I just love that it's that vibrant, hyper-local space.
But Sophia Greathouse admits the times are changing.
Yeah, I think a move over to remote work makes it difficult for people to come back out here after the workday is finished.
Less people means less foot traffic and less customers. So businesses are closing. The latest, Bar Deco, a staple bar for nearly a decade.
It is a pretty big loss.
We are really sad to see this particular business go.
Jaron Price is the president and CEO of the Downtown Business Improvement District. He says businesses in Chinatown and across the city face a difficult set of challenges post-pandemic, from inflation to rising labor costs and crime.
Safety is on the top of a lot of people's minds, and that's a challenge.
In fact, a year-long study by the BID found visible drug sales, aggressive panhandling, and perceived increases in people experiencing homelessness are critical issues in the Chinatown corridor.
I think folks are thinking about public safety and what that means to feel safe.
The BID is trying to address those concerns while also bringing more vibrancy to the area, increasing green spaces, adding more outdoor dining, and flipping vacant commercial spaces into residential spaces.
It feels like changes on the horizon.
Like to see more things that are not necessarily food and beverage focused. I don't think we have a lot of cultural attractions here necessarily.
In Chinatown, I'm Ariel Carbone, DC News Now.